Today, the topic is fatherlessness, lack of structure, something like that. Developmental psychology, something in that realm. Um, Basically, I'm just going to read something that I heard from Jordan Peterson while listening to a podcast with him and Jamil. What is it? Jamil Jivani. That's what it was. And basically, they were talking about victimhood mentality. They were talking about the things that keep you in, the things that bog you down being an African American that you see on TV, then you take in and you start to relate with, and then they become excuses, or it becomes a view of the world that it's the world against me. It's unfair, the unfair world against me, and that gives you justification to go and do criminal activities because the world's against me. So, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was really interesting when they were talking about all that. And basically what Peterson said in reply, while replying to him in one of these mini discussions, he said, a child needs to have at least one positive role model within imitation distance. It's possible to piece it together fragmentarily from literary and dramatic embodiments of the hero, but it's a much less successful and straightforward route. It's really important to have someone in the immediate environment who is manifesting the patterns that characterize individual success. And, I don't know if I read that, coherently, but it just sounds right to me. If you don't have, as a kid, if you don't have somebody to imitate who's doing the right things by their own standards, you have to piece it. You have to go out into the world and find it and try and piece it together yourself. And it's much harder that way. That makes sense. And they also said after that, and if that positive role model isn't there, then the easiest default is to a victimized group identity. So that's the whole, basically, it's the hood. It's the, it's, I don't know how else to put it, but nowadays everybody's looking to be victimized. And it's literally, the victimhood mentality is it's terrible because, let's say for African Americans, a lot of people, my dad's side is a majority African American, so it's not like this doesn't, apply to me. You see how it's just like, it just gives you all these, there are legitimate things that are going on, unjust things, but I don't know who they is, but whoever's selling this package of victimization is selling it under a semi-legitimate cause, right? There are black people getting shot by police. There are all these unjust things happening. But when they pretend like that's all that's happening, they basically sell it to you as basically just a excuse for why the world is unfair and why you don't have to take responsibility. So it's basically stealing your ability to take responsibility away from you. And they're selling it, whoever they are. I mean, I guess that would be the far left identity politic types. They're selling it as, no, we just want to help. And they're actually robbing the last chance we have to help ourselves. By feeding into that victim mentality, you have to accept that you're a victim. And if you accept that you're a victim, you don't have to take responsibility because you're being victimized. So, thank you.